I want to walk you through in this exponential curve how to find the equation to match it. And I want you to really see here that by how this curve is traveling, like we get infinitesimally close here to the x-axis and then it rises really pretty quickly. So it's a giveaway that it's an exponential curve. So I'm going to just circle these 2 points here that I can see really nicely. This here is my y-intercept, and this is going to give me another point to use. So if I have here, the way that I can use this is y equals the y-intercept times my constant multiplier to the x. So I can see right here my y-intercept is 2, so I have y equals 2 times my constant multiplier is going to be the present, which is 6, divided by the previous, which is 2. Or you can ask yourself, how did you go from 2 to 6? And you multiplied by 3. You'd get the same thing if you did the present of 6 divided by the previous of 2, just whatever's happening before, 3 to the x. So there's our equation there. Here's another one. I'm going to follow the same exact pattern. I look for my y-intercept and I look for the next point that I have. And I'm just remembering that I have y equals my y-intercept times my constant multiplier to the x. So I know again my y-intercept is 6. And I'm going from 6 to 3. What do I have to do to go from 6 to 3? I have to multiply it by a half, or 0.5. So I have 6 equals 0.5 to the x. Just as a reminder, if you have instead y equals 6 times 1/2 to the x, you have to put this half in parentheses, otherwise you get 1 to the x and then all of that divided by 2. This one here, same exact sort of situation again. I can see my y-intercept or my starting value, and I can see the next point where it's going to. So I know, again, my y-intercept is -4. I'm going from 4 to 2, so that means I am multiplying by a half because it's getting smaller, or 0.5. So I have y equals -4 times 0.5 to the x. This one's a little bit different. I can see it looks like at first that my y-intercept is 4. But we have to just really be careful of a couple of things here. So it is 4, but you can see that it's not sitting on my x-axis. So I want to push the whole function down so that it can sit on the x-axis so I can find the starting value and the constant multiplier. So I'm going to push this 4 down to 3. I'm going to push this 7 down to 6. So the new curve goes like this. It's essentially the same curve. We're just pushing it back down so it's sitting on the x-axis instead. And now I just go ahead and I do what I would have done originally. So this one here, I can see my starting value is 3, and I'm going up to 6. So I know it's y equals 3 times 2 to the x. And now to get it to all go back up to where this green parabola was initially, I have to bump everything back up 1, so I just add 1 at the end. So again, the 3 was from this y-intercept. The 2 is because we went from 3 to 6, and this plus 1 bumped all my values up to give me the green parabola instead of the blue one.